So I went and did it. I bought my first Kenworth. Um, I wasn't gonna. I was gonna just do the freight thing, and then I got to a point, and I'm like, yeah, I might as well do it because I'm gonna make more money this way, anyways. So I I bought one. Um, at the time, I hadn't unlocked the recruitment center, so I wasn't able to. Because at first I was just gonna buy one and hire a driver, but I bought one and I didn't have a recruitment center found. Um, and then when I realized that I could hire one, I didn't quite have enough money left over. So I decided I'm just gonna drive it. So this is my third trip in the game, and first voyage with this truck. Um, I enjoy these. I like them. They're good looking trucks. I messed around with my paint scheme for a little bit, but I didn't come up with anything really cool, so I just went with the basic stripe pack and left the colors that they gave me. Um, Yellow is one of my favorite colors, so it didn't really matter much. But I don't know, it sounds good, it drives good. Still tweaking on my wheel a little bit. I went into the device manager, or not device manager, but the G27 properties, and messed around a little bit here and there. Um, it's just a load of pallets, is all it is. But I don't know. I was pretty amazed by just like I belonged to a Facebook page, and when I told them that I had completely lost everything, a lot of people stepped up and they're like, hey, if you get bored and you want to run with somebody, hit me up. I'll run with you because it's a lot. And I told him I hadn't really decided to do multiplayer right now. I'm kind of enjoying the elements of the traffic because like I said, I'd never really dealt with the traffic before. I've never played it offline. It was always online. Um, but currently, right now, I don't have any. None of my buddies are playing it, so I decided that just I'll stick with offline. Um, Sometimes my internet connection's a little wonky, so rather than have it disconnect me and crash somebody or something like that, and just not cool. So so basically, how I'm doing it now that I have my own truck, is I'm gonna drop a load off, and then when I leave, I'm gonna pick a load up, so that I'm always going along, um, progressing, so to speak. Um, a lot of times when I get into a little town or city, I'd bobtail around after I dropped off, and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think for the time being, I'm just gonna focus on driving and getting my experience up. Um, so, but I decided, I took a loan out, get a truck, and now I'm getting back on track. Um, I like jumping around and trying out different trucks. It's always cool. Um, but ultimately, I know which one I like, so that's the one I want to run. The internationals with the train front end, I'm not really sure. We have a dealership, international dealership, a couple towns over, and I look at them and I can't get into them. They just don't have that tough look like the Kenworths and even the old Peterbilts do. So really, really want them to come out with a Kenworth Cavor in the game. I know there's some mods and stuff like that, but just in the game, so you can have a couple different ones. But I just figured I'd jump into it, grab a truck and just start going. Um, it works out good for me because I log in, I drive for about an hour, which is right now about 2 loads, 2 trips. I video it, then I come back after dinner and I'll edit a little bit, decide what I'm gonna. I'm showing every trip. I haven't, everything I'm doing basically I'm showing with the exception of the cutscenes, and what I do in the garage. Um, as far as skills, I allocate them to high value. Um, when I start hiring drivers, that's what I'll do with them. I'll high value them and work them. I don't leave them unbalanced. I usually what I do is I get the high value all the way up, and then I'll switch the AI over to balanced. Um, one thing I've done in the past was when I had drivers and stuff, I would leave the game on overnight. I'd park and get the rest that I was supposed to get, and I'd just leave my truck there. And surprisingly, when you get up the next morning, everything was fine. Um, you get sleepy, whatever, you go to sleep, but you're not driving, so you don't have to pay the penalty. You get up in the morning, it says your driver's tired, so you hit the button and he sleeps again. And in doing that, usually by that time, my drivers have made a bunch of money. Um, could be a cheat, but you know, it's what happens in real life. But yeah, I've gotten my wheel just about where I want it. I watched a couple of videos today of people drive it, and they're streaming and they're all over the place. And I'm like, I keep it between the lines pretty well. Um, I am gonna mess around a little bit with my shifter because, like I said, I have a G27 and has a 6 speed, so I might do that. Um, I just gotta hook up a button, have a button for switching from upper gears to lower gears. I don't really know. I mean, right now I'm running automatic, where I'm shifting with my paddles, um, just because it's just working right now, and I don't need to put a lot of time into it. Um, but but everything just seems to be much better with this truck. It's funny. I want to say it's this trip. That there's one intersection I come to, and my wife was amazed that there's a UDS truck, and she found that to be kind of funny. Here's the roundy rounds. I hate these things. I don't even like them in the car. It's like all over every town now is putting them in because it makes the traffic flow so much better. It's like, yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, the people that design them, they drive a car. They probably drive a Prius or something. They don't drive a tractor trailer. They don't know what it's like for these guys to have to go through areas like that. I'm sure they don't care either. 'Cause, truck drivers don't get a lot of respect. So, um, but it's one of them things where there's rotor here, rotor there, and you always see the tires on the curb, little rubber marks everywhere. Um, and the next, I think it's the next trip, I come across a pretty unique situation. Um, Kind of caught me by surprise, and I didn't even know it existed. Um, I talked to a friend today that has been in this area, and he's like, I asked him about it. He's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, we have those there. I'm like, wow. He goes, well, where'd you see those? And I told him, World of Trucks, or not World of Trucks, but American Truck Simulator. He's like, how accurate is it? I was, well, I'm not really sure, but they hit some major points, and you can really where you are, in certain places. It's like it's pretty neat. He's like, yeah. He goes, there's those. He goes, I've been on them. And he described them, and then I laughed because it was kind of what I experienced when and I think it's the next video. I think I'm seven trips in by the time I'm making this video. Because like I said, I'm doing hour sprints and then going back and editing, trying to keep it around 20 minutes, but I'm not. It's you can't really dictate that, and I don't want to have a to be continued. I mean, if you're watching this video and that's all I can ask for. I'm not gonna make it go too long. If I can't help it. It's it's about the experience. The visuals are what I really enjoy out of it, and just the complexity, but yet the relaxation that you get by playing it. I mean, you do get to just unwind from your day. Um, that's all anybody can really ask for. I mean, I don't have any big topics. It's like I'm not gonna discuss politics on my channel. Um, you know, I'm not gonna agree with everybody, and not everybody's gonna agree with me. Um, so that won't even be part of it. There won't be any rants. As far as that goes. Game related, yes. Yeah, I'll rant about like toxicity in the game, and just the lack of respect, and how you know the gaming industry is in some pain right now because of certain games that released um, just way before they should have, or with a way different direction than what they said. I mean, that's the one thing I can say about this game. It's like and surprisingly, actually, it celebrated a birthday, a 4-year birthday. I think February 4th is when it came out. I downloaded it. I took the day off from work and fired it up. I think I pre-downloaded it the night before. Um, I dropped my kid off at school, and I came home and I played this, and it was I don't want to say bug free, but it took me almost a week and a half, I think, before I heard about a bug. And there's regular updates. It's hard with the multiplayer portion of it because you got to make sure you have the right revision before you can load their update. So you can't always grab the latest. But I mean, for a game to just come out, it's refreshing. And now 4 years later, we have games that are, you know, full of bugs, um, complete design flaws, um, you know, promised content that never showed up, and that's just it's a terrible thing, and it really puts a bad taste, and they're big companies too. It's not like they're just little indie games, you know. Um, but I mean, there's so many different things they can do with this game. It's like, you take Farm Simulator for instance. It got to a point where, like, 19 at least. I got three friends that play this, and they do a farm together, and one guy just does the logs, another guy does something else. You have forestry, you have all these expansions that the game provided. This here's no different. These guys, if somebody's got a mod out there, and it's a popular mod, these guys will somehow incorporate it into the game, which is wonderful. Um, but I just like the atmosphere of the game. That's all. Even when I did communicate with people, everybody's positive. I mean, we did a Euro Truck convoy one time, and like I said, this is when Euro Truck was probably a year old. Um, Everybody gathered in certain places, and the goal was to make a 20-hour trip in game, an in-game 20-hour trip, and and do it with as many trucks as you can. Um, and then a few weeks later, we did a competition where you had to um, you had to try to make you you went to a town and you had to pick a job, and you had to basically, whoever made it from one end of the map to the other end of the map with the least amount of stops or hookups won. Um, and you had to submit a screenshot of where you started, where you finished, and then your experience. And um, it was pretty cool. I mean, you didn't win anything. You everybody, I think, donated like $25 or $20 to join it. Um, but it was fun. The other one, we just everybody met in certain places, and we anybody that met, like, basically, we did a four corners. So you'd meet in the upper east corner, you had to drive to the lower west corner, and vice versa. So um, ton of trucks out, and you donated to this guy had a not a GoFundMe, because it was actually before GoFundMe, but um, you just PayPal the guy and stuff, and it went to an actual organization. So you you PayPal the organization, and then you sent him the receipt or the proof, and then we logged in at the same time, and we made the trip. It was a blast. It was cool. And then we had like little truck shows at each of the destinations. So that was cool. it's funny when I pulled into this spot um, where this load gets delivered. Jeff Fabiano um, played this game, and I watched him play, and he was driving an old Mack truck, and this is the delivery he made. This place here. Um, so it's just really neat. Like I said, it's a neat game. Um, I haven't been getting a lot of views, and that's fine because I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing it to get rich, really. I want to try something. I wanted to push myself to do stuff. To do videos. And just see what it takes. It's a grind. I will admit it's like I don't know. It's hard because I can do the division videos. Everybody's already done them. It's the same thing. I run one build. I do the same thing over and over. I use my skills. I haven't really played Anthem that much. I reinstalled it, but I haven't played it. And like with this game, I can pick up a trailer. I can drive here. I can drive there. So it's hard to find things that nobody else is doing. It's like YouTube's a very hard place to be a trendsetter in, I guess. But for the time being, I'm just gonna do these videos, and because they're not quick and easy by no means, but it's content that I can get a lot, so to speak. Um, I can spend an hour, and that gives me four nights of content. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to worry about trying to block anybody's voice out. It's like I did a classified mission with a friend of mine. He'd never done it before. He just got the year one pass for the Division 2. Um, so I kind of sit back and let him do it. Um, so it's a long video. It's like an hour long. So I didn't record it. So I thought, I can do these. I'll break them up in 20-minute segments. Upload them. If they take off, they take off. No, actually, it wasn't pallets. It was actually lumber. But we'll see. Like I said, I enjoy playing this game. Um, I'm probably gonna start doing the commentating as I'm driving. I don't know yet. I really haven't decided. Um, it's kind of hard because you never know. Somebody can come in and talk to you. So basically, what I do is I wait till everybody goes to bed, and then I do the voiceover. But it's a relatively simple backup and drop off. But hey, I want to thank you guys for hanging out in a passenger seat. Um, if you watch the video, give me some critiques. Tell me what I can do different, do better, or what I'm doing good. Just what game you're playing. Give me some ideas. All right. Take care. Thanks for hanging out. And just rise up. Be a good human being and enjoy your day. I'll see you in the next one.